Good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Welcome to another Tuesday morning experience. This morning I have a guest. That's why I've come in a slight disguise so you can keep an eye on me and not get confused. Our guest this morning is Rabbi Rickman. Yes, my brother all the way from Israel. And no, he's not a millionaire, and that's not his house in the background. If he really showed you his house, my mum would be embarrassed. Anyway, good morning to my dear brother, Rabbi Rickman, or we're just going to call you Natan. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Rabbi Rickman. Thank you very much for having me this morning on your show.
Thank you, my show. Yes, on Rabbi Rickman TV, the only YouTube channel that you should be watching for your entertainment and for your spiritual development. There we go. There's a plug for my channel. Feel free to subscribe. 206 people have. They can't all be wrong. So this morning I'm interviewing my brother. My brother's about to do something completely amazing next week. He lives in Israel with his wife and his family, and he is going to be donating a kidney to a total stranger. So Natan, tell us all about
it. Sure. So there is an organization here in Israel called Matnat Chaim, and their whole purpose is to facilitate people that want to give their kidneys to complete strangers. And the strangers can be from anywhere in society. And they really help you go through the whole process of going through the medical checks, of understanding the dangers of kidney donation, and then ultimately taking you through the process of taking you into the hospital when they look after you after the operation. And really, this is an amazing chance as being a member of society to really give and try to hopefully save someone's life and give to somebody else something which they can't do, they can't have. It's not that they can work harder to grow a kidney, or they can't go to a store to buy a kidney. This is something which they need somebody else to give them. And I'm very fortunate, thank God, that I have the opportunity to give my kidney to a perfect stranger.
So what were some of the tests you had to go through in order to check that you were a suitable donor?
So the first test is just a very simple blood test, seeing my blood type, and then matching me in the database, someone that matches my blood type. After that, there were two major tests. One was just ensuring that I'm healthy. So that was a CT scan of my lungs, more blood tests, kidney work, everything ensuring that everything is, thank God, working 100%. And the second test was checking that I'm not crazy, because
did you fail that test or did you pass it?
Well,
let's move on. Okay, so what were some of the values? We grew up in the same house. It's a lovely house to grow up in.
It was.
What did you pick up that, or what have you learned that sort of pushed you? Because there are billions of people in the world. There are not billions of people who are willing to give up a body part that won't grow back. It's obviously going to be a bit uncomfortable for you after the operation. What was it that made you want to do this?
So I think that the basic principle, or one of the basic principles that we grew up with, was the desire to help the other person, regardless of who they were. Now, that was definitely ranged from greeting, the postman, or once upon a time we had someone deliver milk to our front door on an electric car in reusable bottles. So it could be helping that, or even like in a more classical sense, of helping someone with with money, or helping someone who doesn't have a home. But there really was that overall drive to just to help the other person. But what I have found interesting is that definitely growing up, the idea of what was perhaps became very popular in the late 90s, blood donation within the Jewish community in London. But never was I really exposed to the idea of donating an organ until I was living in Israel. Obviously, sadly, donating organs sometimes in Israel came into fruition when people were sadly killed in terrorist attacks. But there is another side, which is in the more joyous side, which, please God, I'll be taking part of next week.
Have you met the person who you're going to give the kidney to?
No, I haven't met the person. And in one of the meetings, they asked me, do you want to meet that person? And I thought it was an interesting question because, you know, on the one hand, it's very exciting to meet this person who, you know, I'm not doing anything. The doctor is doing all the wonderful work. I'm just the shop shelf. He's just choosing the right part for. So it's very exciting to meet them. But on the other hand, for the other person, it might be a very uncomfortable meeting because there's no balance in our relationship. But perhaps I really would like to meet them because they're giving me this huge opportunity to help.
Stop. Stop. Do you hear that, people? Listen to what the Holy Brother just said. He is being given an opportunity to help somebody else. It's not that he is giving something and the other person is taking from him. The way he understands it is that he has got the privilege to give rather than to be someone that is taking someone's taking from him, he is giving to them. Just give that a thought the next time you do an act of kindness and the privilege that it is to be able to be in the position to give someone else. Are you getting paid or any holidays in a 5-star hotel?
No, that's also one of the questions they ask in the ethics and moral meeting. Has anyone bribed me, or have I been promised like any sports cars or boats? No, not getting paid. No 5-star hotel vacations.
Okay, well, you can forget the next visit to Israel then. If you get a sports car or a boat, let me know. I'll be on the next plane once COVID finishes. In finishing today, and I really do thank you for your time, is there any final message you think our students could benefit from, or any last feelings you have about what you please God will go through next week?
Yeah, I think that we are, you know, we face and we're exposed to in life many scary and challenging experiences. And in most cases, and I think this is an extreme case, the thing that generally holds us back is just our fear of greatness. And if we're prepared to say, I'm going to step forward, I might not be ready now to be a great person, but I desire to be a great person, then we can do these great things of whatever it is. If it's helping our neighbors, helping our friends, or even maybe helping our teachers, there is so much we can do to help. Just stop and think about it.
Beautiful. Natan, it's been an absolute pleasure, obviously, talking to my brother. Hope you guys listened to what he said. Just recognize that this charity, it wasn't clear to you, looks after anybody. It's not Jews only. It's anybody who needs a kidney within the context of where they're operating. Anyone can come forward. And if you want to be a donor, when you become 17 in the UK, you can donate your blood. Maybe we can work on that in the future. Have a lovely day to you. Lovely day to you, Natan. Take care. Enjoy your go to work.
Have a good day.
Take care, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.